If I could get everybody's attention, please, just for a few moments. I know I'm used to this because every month we have an all-resident meeting. We love to have all the residents involved, and they have quite a few comments. And I always say to them, it's going to be a lot easier on everybody here in the meeting if we all don't do too much chatter so that everybody can actually hear what's going on. How's that sound? So at Brightview Wakefield, we believe in doing things on time, and here we are at 5 o'clock, so we're going to start these speech presentations. Thank you all very much for being here. There's more people out in the pub, but I think when we offered them the option of having another glass of wine or hearing the speeches, some of them said, I think I'll stay here and have another glass of wine. Anyway, on behalf of Brightview, I am Mike Reed, Executive Director here at Brightview Wakefield. We are here having our grand opening celebration. Many of you know we opened just a little over 5 months ago on December 18, and we're very pleased to be here today. On behalf of Brightview Senior Living and Brightview Wakefield, we welcome residents, family members and friends, local officials, Brightview executives, and others who had a hand in the development of this great community. We're very pleased to host you today to officially celebrate Brightview Wakefield with a ribbon-cutting ceremony and a party. Brightview Wakefield was many years in the making, and not without its challenges. We thank the residents of the town of Wakefield for your support during this process. We hope that you can all now see what a great job the Procon architects and builders with Brightview support did to make Brightview Wakefield not only a part of, but an asset to this great town and community, which has such a great history. Most importantly, we hope that you recognize our efforts to provide a great environment and support for the senior population and their families in our area. This is only the beginning. We've gotten off to a great start. After just over 5 months of operation, we've achieved almost 60% occupancy with a resident population that is vibrantly thriving and fully engaged. You have our solemn commitment that we will continue to strive to provide excellent service to all of our customers. We will continue to listen to our residents and strengthen our operation to provide safety, sociability, convenience, and value for years to come. We thank everyone who has been involved with our success so far. Please continue, and I know you will, come forward to any of us and let us know how we might improve ourselves. We are very blessed to have a particularly good and dedicated group of associates working here at Brightview Wakefield, who is led by a very strong department head team to provide a great living environment for our residents. We are committed to continuous improvement. A sincere thank you to all of our residents who reside here and their families. I would especially like to thank our Charter Club members who came in early, even before we opened, who put their faith in us to commit to living here without having had the opportunity to physically see their apartment home, any of the community, or even turn on a faucet. I am pleased to today present this plaque with the names of our Charter Club members on it.
It's a great pleasure to be here, and in thinking about today's date and all of the work that was done together with Brightview, together with their attorney McGrail, who's in the crowd today, together with the Board of Appeals, together with the Board of Selectmen, together with the people of Wakefield that supported this concept at the town meeting, which actually changed the zoning to allow something to go here. And in thinking about that, I thought that, sometimes government gets it wrong. And I know sometimes we get it wrong, but every now and then we get it right. And this time we got it right because we worked together with a great company, great people, and I can't thank them enough. And I am so thrilled. The names on this list, the families, the Wakefield families, I'm not going to name them because I would miss somebody, but so happy that we're all allowed to stay together in Wakefield, take advantage of our downtown. This is a great concept, having active seniors in our downtown, adding vibrancy, and I couldn't be prouder to play a very small part of this. So I want to thank you all. Mike, thank you for having me here today. And whatever we can do to the town to make everybody stay here better, we're committed to that. We are so committed to this and its success. And maybe we'll take care of that parking lot next. So thank you.
Thank you, Steve. I'm happy now to bring up Doug Dollenberg, who is the president of Brightview Senior Living.
Hello, everybody. Wow, what a nice turnout, and I know there's still a lot of people drinking back in the pub, so this is great. I'm Doug Dollenberg, as Mike mentioned, and we're so happy to have all of you here. And on behalf of Brightview, we're just so pleased to see this community open and be able to celebrate the grand opening today. It's been a long time in the making, and when we think about why we're excited and proud about this, it's a beautiful building, and we're so pleased about that. But we also see there's a trend, and it's been referred to by Steve most recently, about being in a downtown walkable location. And that's a real trend in senior living right now. And we started this building 6 years ago is when we started working to open this community and working with the town. So it takes a little bit of time to make it happen, but it's absolutely worth the wait. And this is only our third community that is in a downtown walkable location. So we're so excited that we can be close to the shopping and the retail and the library. It's just a phenomenal location. A few words quickly on Brightview. We have 34 communities from Virginia up to the Massachusetts area here. This is our 7th location in the Boston area, and it's the newest in the entire Brightview portfolio. Every single building we have looks different on the outside. We work very hard to have an architectural style that fits with the local community. And from the comments I've heard, I think we got it right here, which is a tribute to our architects and our development team. What's most important to us, though, is the feel on the inside. And there we strive to have every Brightview feel the same. And what I mean is the commitment to service and the culture. We have a motto at Brightview that we live by, which is a great place to work creates a great place to live. And we work very hard to create a great work environment and then hire the best associates that are out there. And then by bringing together our culture and our training and our policies and then empowering the team to do what's right for the residents, we believe that creates a great place to live. And as Mike mentioned, we're working very, very hard to do everything we can to make sure you have an exceptional experience living here. We're dedicated to creating vibrant communities, which to us is communities that are full of life. And we're dedicated to teamwork amongst our associates and exceptional service, like Mike and I have both talked about. To wrap up is just a few quick thank yous, and some of these have already been covered, but there's some people and some groups that have just played a huge role in making this community a success. First and foremost is the town of Wakefield, the elected officials, the Board of Appeals, and Steve himself. When I talk with our development team, it's just nothing but great things about the partnership between us and the town to bring this community to life. Next is our development team. I believe some of them are here. Andrew Teeters has run point on the project beginning 6 years ago. And Christian Spanhank, he led the construction effort on our side. Our partners of Procon, who are both architects and contractors who brought this building to life, and our interior design partner, Alman Asner. Our operations team got started in our home office with Ross Dingman, who's one of our vice presidents, and worked with our development team to create the concept. Leslie Robinson, who's right here, she then took over a couple years ago. She's the regional vice president in the Boston region. And then Mike Reed. I know everybody knows Mike. We are just so thrilled and so honored that Mike is leading the helm up here, and it gives us so much confidence from the home office. Everybody knows Mike, I know that. Maybe everybody doesn't know that this is the 4th community that he has opened for Brightview, and we're just so thankful and appreciative of that, Mike. So 2 final thank yous to wrap up, and these are absolutely the most important. First is a thank you to our associates. We're so glad that you've chosen to build your career here at Brightview Wakefield, and you're committed to serving our residents and working very hard every single day. And then finally to our residents. Thank you for making the choice to live here. We know it's a huge decision, and we appreciate you trusting us. We know that it takes time and it's a difficult decision, but thank you so much for trusting us. And as Mike said, you have our commitment to work hard every single day to make sure your experience is extraordinary. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Mark Samola, who is right here, and his parents are currently living here in Brightview, and he's going to share a few words.
First, I don't see my mother and father here. Are they? Oh, where are they? Oh, this counts as a visit. Did you hear that? So I'm a little nervous today. I don't do this often, but someone told me when you're in front of a crowd, just picture them all naked. And I'm telling you, it's not good today. But in all seriousness, I was honored to be asked to be included in this group of speakers today and say a few words about the Brightview experience from a family and personal view. You've heard from town leader and certainly some businessmen about the importance a facility like this is to a town. But I want to tell you on a personal level about what it means to the individuals in the community, specifically my family, not only my mother and father, but to me, my sister, our children, we're all benefited by it. For several years, my mother and father had been grappling with the advancement of age and the hardships that go along with it. They were living in their own home, alone, with very little assistance. In their eyes, they were doing fine. But my sister and I could see that the daily struggles were taking a toll on them. Despite our pleadings for them to go into an assisted living facility, it just wasn't an option. There was no Brightview. But also, they thought they were doing fine, and they were in a familiar and comfortable environment. After numerous instances of falls, 911 calls, we finally convinced them to try an assisted living center. There was a brand new and a beautiful place not far from here, and they were able to arrange a 1-month trial. That 1 month turned into 11 long days, after which they packed up and came home. The place was beautiful, but it didn't have the same feel as Brightview. To this day, that place is referred to as the prison. Like many of the other residents here at Brightview, it was very important for them to be in Wakefield. And Brightview turns out not to be a facility that happens to be in Wakefield. It's actually a community that's within the community of Wakefield. Both of my parents were born in Wakefield, not in Melrose at the Melrose Wakefield Hospital, like most of us were, but they were actually born in their homes in Wakefield. Those of you who know them know how involved and invested they were in Wakefield. They never lived anywhere but Wakefield. The thought of voting anywhere but Wakefield was out of the question, and the thought of living anywhere in Wakefield was never even a consideration. When Brightview came to Wakefield, that was a very important link in their decision to come and live here. Once they made that decision and came here, they haven't looked back. They've been extremely happy. And let me tell you, Brightview definitely is not a prison. It's more like a 5-star hotel. As the staff here will tell you, and despite what my parents may tell you, my sister and I and our children are very frequent visitors. We come here to see our parents, of course, but it's also a pleasant place to come. The staff have been so welcoming and attentive, not only to the residents, but to us. And it's certainly not a chore to come here. And another thing, the food is pretty darn good. I'd like to thank the staff for the wonderful service they've given to my parents. It certainly makes my sister and me feel comfortable having our parents in their care. I'd like to say something, though, about one particular person here. Some of you, I'm sure all of you have seen him and know him. You've probably seen him delivering newspapers. He delivers food to the rooms. He's delivered food at dinner time in the dining room. I've seen him emptying trash. He's a good bartender, and he makes a great martini. Every time I come, and it is often, he's here. He's here. Whether it's night or day, weekday, weekend, he's always here. And if he wasn't in this room right now, I'd swear he'd be out doing something, maybe even changing the oil for one of the residents. I'm not sure. But that's Mike Reed. And I know Doug spoke some good words about Mike, but Mike has certainly made a very difficult transition just wonderful. He's personally addressed all of our care and business concerns. He's done it promptly and courteously. And, you know, some of the things some people may have thought were ridiculous that we had asked him, he never showed it, and he always took care of us. And for that, we really appreciate it. I thank you, Mike, and the staff at Brightview for giving my parents a beautiful, safe, and happy home in Wakefield. Thank you. And congratulations, Mike, on your grandchildren.
Thank you very much. We are now, I hope Brian's close by. Good, because we're now going to hear just a couple of chorus from our Brightview Wakefield chorus, and then we will go to the ribbon cutting ceremony. So, take it away, chorus.
All right. So, good afternoon. We're going to do just a couple of numbers for you. We're going to do a medley from My Fair Lady, 1956 on Broadway. There's a brand new revival this spring, and so we thought it would be a good idea to do some songs from My Fair Lady. The last one that we're going to do is I Could Have Danced All Night. Some of you may have heard it. Feel free to sing it. Wouldn't it be lovely? Wouldn't it be lovely? Here we go. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with an enormous chair. Wouldn't it be lovely? So sharp for me.
you very much. Fabulous chorus. You'll all be back for our holiday concert when they'll be probably double in size. And I don't know how they could get much better, but they might get a little better. Anyway, thank you all for coming. We are now going to move anyone that wants to come out to the front door. We are going to cut the ribbon, officially commemorating the opening of Brightview Wakefield. Don't feel like you have to go. Be careful exiting, and the party will rage on tonight to the wee hours of probably at least 7:30. So thank you all again for coming. Thank you so much. We are happy to celebrate the official opening of Brightview Wakefield. Let's cut the ribbon.